Hello folks, let me show you how to fix the old Supmix, the Supmix recipe for disaster. Some of you might have this saw. It's a great saw. Goes on sale in Canada for 165 bucks. Like, this thing is an absolute animal for a 55cc saw. 54.6 cc's to be exact. Anyway, they got a couple little flaws. One of them, the fuel tank caps leak sometimes. I think it's something to do with the ethanol. I ran a little bit of Ultra 94, which is our Canadian fuel. However, it's got 10% ethanol in it, and they just don't like that, apparently. Anyways, the cap started leaking. I put new O-rings in there, greased the O-rings, and got rid of that and went back to my Shell non-ethanol 93 octane fuel. Okay, I did other mods to this saw, but for this video, we're talking about this right here, throttle lock. Okay, so you just got to take this one screw out here, right there. You got to take that one out. I'm sure you figured it out, but take that one out. Now, maybe in the, well, no, I think it happens all over the place because I've seen other videos. Nobody really had a good fix that I've seen. I've seen one where they put a zip tie or something over here. That was okay, but I want my throttle lock. Like, I want it to work, right? So here's the old one. This piece goes on here, and the spring fits inside there, okay? You picking up what I'm putting down? So that's the problem. So I tried the old crazy glue just tonight, just to try it, and it was, no, we're not gonna do that. I'm not fooling. I'm in Canada, right? Like, I might be cutting wood at minus 40. Seriously, I might be. So I need this thing reliable. So here's what I'm gonna do. I haven't tried this yet, but I'm confident, and if you're watching the video, well, then it worked. But I'm taking this, I guess it's like a machine screw, right? And the length you need is this right here. What is that? 30, 31? Like about 34 millimeters is the length of the plastic piece that broke. Okay? Sorry. So, there it is. Forget about that. Put this here. Okay, so I gotta cut the end off it right here. I'm gonna go onto the bench grinder. I'm gonna grind that down so it looks like that. And then I'm just gonna have to find a way to make, like on this end, it was plastic, so they just kind of heat it up and then they mash the end of it so it can't come through. I'll figure out something, whatever it takes to make the end so it doesn't come through. And I'm probably going, well, no, I know I'm going to have to. So I'm going to have to drill this. I'm going to have to drill this hole slightly larger. And I'm also going to have to drill that slightly larger. But it'll be beefy, right? And it's never, ever going to fail again. It's going to be just like this piece here, but steel. Okay. Okay, there you go, folks. Nothing fancy. Just ground the end, kind of mushroom it off like this. And then it fits right in here. Let me just put that in there for you. Okay, so I just had to drill this out just a little bit bigger. Just be careful, just go a little bit bigger. Anybody can do that. Okay, you can see I got it in there. And then you just got to put the spring on. I just cut the end off the bolt with a pair of vice grips. Vice grips have a little cutter on them. Just like that. Right there, that piece right there. So I just cut the bolt off with the vice grips to the same length as the other one. And now I'm just going to try and screw this on to here. And I actually won't even have to peen the end because it'll be screwed on there, right? Okay, hold on, let me try it. Look at that zoom. Got my fingerprints there, folks. Yeah, so a flat blade screwdriver actually fits in there. It was a Robertson head on it before, and I was gonna put a little slot in it, but actually there's enough there for a flat screwdriver, a small one, to grab onto it, because you're gonna have to screw the plastic piece onto that and you'll need to hold it. Okay, here we go. Okay, one other thing is make sure you round the end there when you're on the bench grinder, is round it off so you can screw that plastic piece on easier. Okay, so you just put your little spring on there, right? You've got it all cut the right size. And then you just screw this on. I'm gonna hold the end of the screwdriver. And I'll screw it on, we'll see if it works. Okay folks, you see how I'm doing this here? I've just got the vice grips on there. Like, you can actually see it's a little bit, even almost a little bit too tight there. It is a little bit too tight. Just put light pressure on there. And then you just get a flat screwdriver, right, on the end there. And then just screw it in until it's about that far. Then unscrew it, and this should work when I put the spring in. Then I don't have to peen it or nothing like that. It's gonna be in there. Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, kids, whoever's watching, there you go. Now I just make sure when you, I used a flat screwdriver, this old Black & Decker tool that I never even use anymore, but I want to start using it again. I just need new batteries for it. But just get the right size flat to fit in the end. And then what I found was I grabbed it with the vice grips, and I grabbed it towards the end right there. Not there, towards the end. You got to be really careful. You don't want to distort that thing because it's plastic, right? That thing right there, it's just plastic. So there we go. Okay, let me put it all back together. It seems like it's going to be awesome. Okay, so I put this in, it works, but the threads kind of make it hang up a bit, so I'm just going to grind the edges of the threads down just slightly so they don't grab so much. So you just want to grind them down. Okay, there it is, the finished product, but it's just a little bit too long, so you probably want to cut it like a couple of millimeters less than what I said before. So I'm gonna have to grind that off, because I mean, it's just not, you know, doesn't feel very good on the fingers. I guess if you got gloves on, it would be a big deal, but I'm just gonna grind that down. So I'm gonna take it out again, and I'm just gonna shorten it up a bit, just a couple of threads. You can see it right there, and other than that, it works great. Okay, so there we go. You want this thing at about, what do we got there? 29 mil, just about 30 millimeters. Yeah, it works out to 29 millimeters. That's where you want it. Just round the edge up like that. And then flatten it off. When you screw it on, it's gonna be flush. So you don't want a pointy end. You don't want to hurt your finger, right, folks? Okay, there we go. Check that out. Push the lever down, operator presence lever, wide open. There you go. You pull it over. And that's, now you don't have to worry about that thing breaking. It's not gonna break, it's steel. That piece just threads right on the end. You've seen the rest of the video. The only thing is because it's threaded, it does grab a bit, so you could just go with a bigger bolt head. How would you do that? I'm just trying to think. You know, maybe you could put a sleeve over it. Like, you know, use your own ideas, but that just lets you do it. Like, it's gonna work. I mean, it's only for the initial start, right? It works pretty good. And that's probably gonna wear out over time. It just grabs a little more than, there, look. Oh, it's actually pretty good now. I put some fluid film on there. I don't really like this stuff for eating rust and that. It doesn't do the trick. Not what I like, but for stuff like that, that's where that fluid film works good, because it's kind of, it's like an oil. You could even put a little grease on there, right? Anyway, I hope that works for you folks. Hold on here. Let me shut my light off so I don't blind yous. We're out in the shop. The Supmix is ready to go. The Supmix recipe for disaster is gonna cut. I hope that helps you out, and that's all it takes, right? Couple drinks, vice grips, bench grinder, old bolt, and you're gonna fix the old Supmix. Okay, let's fire up the old Supmix with the new throttle lock. Here, ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages. Honestly, this thing has not been started in a long time. Probably a month or so. Okay, so here we go. The new throttle lock. It's right out of fuel, so. Oh, there she goes. Man, this thing rips. But here we go, full throttle again. Oops, gotta turn the switch on. Man, that thing has jam for $165 chainsaw in Canada here. Probably $100 in the US. Anyway, there it goes. Works pretty good. Have a good one, folks.